Well, anyway, I think first we're going to make a video about the patch notes because that's a big thing. Easily the biggest teaser that takes place in any given league start is the patch notes. So let's see what they have entail. I'm going to share my thoughts on the patch notes as it pertains to a mapper or blaster, somebody who really doesn't care a whole lot about maybe a brand new league mechanic that doesn't involve maps or bossing and things like that, or ruthless. Apparently these are the most ruthless patch notes you've ever seen. So, but not like in a nerfing kind of way, I guess, but in an actual ruthless mode kind of way. But anyway, we have here 3.22. These were dropped while I was sleeping, so I have kind of looked over and saw some things. I've checked my Discord and seen that there are a few major highlights, like poor old Vengeant Cascade. Beyond got some potential major buffs. It could be interesting, and yeah, a few other things. Oh, 5 ways. Massively nerfed in some way or something. So I don't know exactly like the details yet. So I'm going to find out the details now with all of you. So we have, I think we'll just go straight down, and basically if it's a category that I don't really care about, I'm just going to skip it for now anyway. Sound good? Okay. Oh, we got the Challenge League. Now I already know I'm not all that interested in this. I'm of course interested in the rewards that it gives. But anyway, I feel like, you know, we've already been teased this in ExileCon. I'm just kind of going to skip this. So there might be some key information in there. I will rely on my community to fill me in on that, the actual brand new league content. I know that it takes you out of maps, so therefore, not all that interested. Make it bigger so you can read. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, we'll do that. Good enough? Hopefully. Good point. All right. New content and features. Now, this is relevant to maps, of course. We got the Sanctum going core. I'm not really going to read the details on Sanctum going core because that, again, is another piece of content that takes you out of maps, but at least it starts in maps, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. That's going to get a lot of people excited. I'm not really that excited for Sanctum. It was kind of cool and fun and quirky, and it's a lot like Expedition, where it's a league mechanic that I appreciate that they introduced. I think it was a great mechanic for a lot of players, just not really my preference. So, yeah. We got new support gems. I'm very much looking forward to this. See what we got. If there's anything in here remotely as good as Mana Forge arrows, then it's got my attention. I know there's some things for like damage over time. Now, I am possibly looking at an Ignite, or, you know, of course I have Poisonous Concoction in my pocket for a league starter. So let's see what we got here. I see, I think it's starting off with some melee stuff. The second I read melee, I'm just going to skip it. I know it's kind of sad, but yeah. Oh yeah, remember the support Warcry skill gem. That's a big one. I'm actually planning potentially to incorporate Warcries into my league starter, depending on which one I do. Could possibly see some play, or I can at least test it. Okay, Trauma, yeah, not interested there. Flamewood, okay. I'm looking at possible fire build league starters. What's this going to say? Summit totems, okay. Yeah, not really interested in that. A blessing gem, okay. Ported aura skills have no reservation. You can apply aura as a minion. Oh, this is the one. I think it just got released. It's some kind of reverse aura thing with minions, and they take damage over time. I don't know. If it's about minions, I'm probably not that interested in it, sadly. I might be missing out on that, but I want to kind of get to the real meat of it, and you know, not spend too much time on things that are probably not relevant to me. Here is a gem that is going to be relevant, obviously. Returning projectile support. Projectile skills, projectiles from supported skills return to you. Now, I already knew this was coming into play, but here's the thing. I thought this was coming attached with a massive damage reduction multiplier or something, and it's not. It's just straight up there. So this is the Vengeant Cascade replacement gem, I guess. And I suppose this means it's not going to then pierce through you as well and continue going to whatever end. So I guess it's less powerful than Vengeant Cascade. In that respect, of course, it would have to be linked to every single projectile ability, which is fine, I guess. Somewhat fine is if you're only using one, but like for my last build, for example, I had 3 separate arrow links, and I mean, I would need to use this gem 3 times, potentially. So that's not so hot. But anyway, I'm feeling definitely a massive nerf already coming into Lightning Arrow from last league. That's not even counting the nerf from losing Crucible as well. Added a new dexterity strength support gem, Sadism. Okay, causing damaging ailments inflicted. Okay, supports any skill that hits enemies. Okay, poisonous concoction would fall into this category. Damaging ailments inflicted by them to deal damage faster. The cause of inflicted ailments to have less duration. Okay, so this is good for Ignite, maybe Bleed. Not so much poisons. Not so much poisons. But I am looking at potential. This is really out there. Very low percentage chance that I start with this, but I am actually theory crafting a explosive concoction elementalist ignite build, which is really not exactly. It's so far removed from anything that's meta. It's like it's not even on the same planet as the meta skills, but that's more of a passion project than things realistic. Okay. Oh, people saying in the chat, Original Sin. Yeah, I guess Original Sin will, if I get kind of bored with the builds, I can't really figure out what I want to make at the super endgame. Original Sin is likely to make a comeback there, certainly. I could get into some Xerfe's Heart Elemental to Chaos damage, Original Sin shenanigans again, for sure. Okay, let's move on to new gems. Mine gem. Okay, I'm not really that interested in mines, probably. A lot of the reason why I'm not interested in things like totems and mines so much is because I'm just not familiar with them. They probably are good, I just don't really know. Fresh meat, right. Adrenaline when they're spawned. I saw some people suggesting that this might not work for... Okay, again, adrenaline for 10% of their duration. Up to I don't really know. Somebody was suggesting maybe it doesn't work quite right with like permanent minions or duration minions. I can't remember exactly what it was, but anyway, it's a minion gem for more powerful minions. Gazzy is going to be licking his chops, but I'm not at all interested in that really. Intelligence support gem, sacrifice. Spell skills. All right, I don't typically use spell skills. Interesting. Okay. Might have something to do. Might be decent, but again, it's about spells. Spellblade, another spell version. You guys let me know in the comments if I'm grazing over something too fast and there's actually something seriously good there. Alright, devour support skills, hit enemies, killing blows from support, consumes corpses to recover life and mana. Probably not going to need that. Oh... Lucid Dreams. All right, Keystone. Now, this is going to be big here. Let's move on. Okay, so we got Extreme Archaeology. We already talked about that one. Lucid Dreams, Valside Arrow. Yeah, not that interested in it, really. There could be something there, but probably not. Ooh, the Maven summoning one. Okay, that's only going to work if you put Maven on the map device, which means you don't have an Eldritch influence, so that's kind of hurts. So I'm probably not going to be running that. Some people are wondering if this actually tripled your chances of getting an Awakened gem off the boss. That would be pretty cool. As I understand, the chance is pretty small now, so maybe that would be a nice buff. Okay, here's one that's cool and interesting. This is brand new. I haven't seen this. Keystone All Hands. Your maps have a 40% chance to contain a random master encounter. That sounds really nice, especially for Ruthless. Okay. Modifiers to chance to grant an additional master mission on map completion. Instead, apply to a chance for that map to maps 150% of their value. Maps do not grant master missions when completed. Oh, so you could potentially cap out 100% chance to spawn a master on each map, specific master of your choice. That's actually kind of interesting. Okay. Even in terms of like juicing and stuff, I might want to spawn Einar every time. But I mean, it would cost Atlas passive points, so maybe not. Okay, here's the one for Blight. We already saw that. Turns Blight into a pure tower defense. Cool. All right, Tormented Spirits. I made a whole video on that. Quite intrigued by this potentially being good. I don't know. It might be a little too convoluted. We'll have to see. Endless Tide. Okay, here we go. Now, I heard that Beyond was getting some love here. This might be the most interesting takeaway from the entire patch notes, actually. I'm going to go ahead and read this one. Added in new Atlas Keystone passive, Endless Tide. So this is one of the major keystones for each individual league mechanic, big league mechanic, and this is one for Beyond, which we have not been teased yet. It grants Beyond portals in your maps cannot spawn unique bosses, and Beyond portals in your maps have 50% less merging radius. Okay, so actually that kind of fits within the theme of making, adding convenience or quality of life to a league mechanic and losing power behind it, or some form of power behind it. So, but I really like the twist on this. I like this a lot because this is going to very much help the ultra high end side of juicing for spawning Beyond. Suddenly Beyond is potentially going to be decent. Now, one of the issues with Beyond is it doesn't really drop the kind of items that you want it to drop. It still drops uniques pretty well. But I know there's some interesting thing I'm going to read later on about divination cards and Beyond, so get to that. All right, so anyway, good change. Cool. That's one of the better keystones, I think. It'll also be nice for not necessarily just ultra high juicing map, but even for people who get annoyed by the boss, especially if they can't even kill the unique boss, but they want to do Beyond to get some of the tainted currencies and stuff. Anyway, it's good. This is what a good keystone looks like when it's actually applicable to a variety of different tiers of players and types of mappers. So very nice, nicely done there. Keystone passive. Oh, people were looking for the ritual one. I'm waiting for the say transforms your rituals into ultimatums. No, just kidding. Added a new Atlas Keystone passive skill, which grants favors at ritual altars in your maps randomly cost between 90 and 80, 90% less and 80% more. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting, I guess. I like it's like 90% less and 90% more. 90% less. So technically the casino, yeah, okay, yeah. So this is, they're just saying it outright. The casino always wins. The casino always wins. No, actually, I'm kidding. The casino always loses in this case, actually. It says cost 90% less. Oh, okay. So we're beating the casino instead. Okay, guys, we're beating the casino, so it's a good keystone. Maybe. Added a new... Man, I can just imagine seeing a mirror show up when you spawn 80% more cost, though. I mean, what? Yeah, come on. That's so funny. They're basically... I think this keystone, the entire genesis of this keystone is to get a tragic Reddit meme to come out of it. Because there's going to be that guy. There's going to be that guy who spawns a mirror in there and it's 80% more and he can't afford it at all. No, they can't defer it because it's 80% more. Assuming that the deferral itself is 80% more, potentially. Anyway, let's move on. It's going to happen. Added a new keystone, immutable dogma. Wait, what? 2 keystones for ritual? What? Mass grant 100%. What? Reroll favors at ritual altars in your maps and monsters sacrificed at ritual altars. You grant 100% more tribute. So there's 100%. So twice as many items show up, I guess? That's just a straight up upside? Cannot refill that in your map. Oh, sorry, I missed the top side. Cannot reroll. Okay. Okay, so you just get double. Oh, okay. Hey, that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't really see why that. I don't think this is that big of a deal. It just seems like a bit redundant, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think on that one? Anyway, apparently there are some people who actually like ritual. I did find out recently. Added a new keystone, Timeless Conflict. All right, we talked about the Legion one already. Just made a video about that. It doesn't look like it's going to be that good for anyone except those who are at the very low end, or people who really want to be able to control their damage, control what legions pop. It's going to be good for hardcore. It's going to be good for solo self-found probably, but as far as softcore juicing, probably not. Oh, here we got another new one for Harvest. Ooh, Harvest crops in your maps contain only tier 1. Isn't that bad? And Harvest crops in your maps have a chance to upgrade the tier of plants of different colors. Okay, insert mathematical meme. I'm not really sure what that means exactly. It sounds kind of bad though. Because tier 4 is the high one, and tier 3 are strong ones, but you can only start with tier 1. Harvest crops have a chance to upgrade the tier plants of different colors. So you want to spawn 2 choices with 2 different colors? I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of lost. I lost the words for this. Again, I don't really do harvest. While it is a map-based league mechanic, it definitely kind of rips you out of maps. Always find it kind of annoying to do that. What do we have next? Bold Undertakings, which grants fortune favors the brave, applies an additional random option. So instead of spawning 1 random one from the list, it spawns 2, and 100% more cost. Fortune favors the brave. Crafting options. So 6 chaos instead of 3 for 2. That's strong. That is very strong and very solid and good, especially this league with so many of the choices being really good. I like that. That's interesting. So, wow. Okay. So, Harbinger is already on the map device. We've got Harbinger, Legion, and Domination there. With a non-wandering path play, you get the benefit of Fortune Favors the Brave. With the 10% increased pack size, I think it is. Randomly spawning Harbinger fairly frequently. Nice. Nice. I like this. This is an interesting choice. Interesting. Okay. And the extra price tag is meaningless once you go, into endgame, really. Added a new Atlas Keystone passive, overloaded circuits, league map crafting options. Also choose 3 random. Okay, I gotta prepare my brain for this one. League map crafting options. So that's the Curate crafting bench. Also choose 3 random notable Atlas passives associated with that league to treat as allocated. And 100% more cost of map crafting options. So this would mean, I'm guessing, you get the Atlas passive tree has depending on the league mechanics, approximately between like 3 and 8, or probably more like 10. Maybe. I don't know, maybe between like 5 and 10 notables for each one, especially higher ones like Legion. So you could allocate the Atlas passive notables for all but 3 of them, and leave the ones that are good Atlas notable passives, but maybe have bad small nodes attached to them, and you kind of get free Atlas passives that way. Oh, Harbinger. Yeah. Good point. Oh yeah, it'd save a lot on Harbinger, especially since the small nodes are pretty trash anyway. There you go. Yeah. So Harbinger would see some good play out of Harbinger. You could basically spec into Harbinger without paying almost anything on the Atlas passive tree. That's fascinating. Of course, Harbinger is usually pretty convenient to take on the Atlas passive tree, regardless. I'm trying to imagine a situation where you got like one notable. Actually, Beyond would be really good here, but Beyond's not on the, because Beyond is super annoying. Like, it's got like strong notables, but it's like so far out of the way, nobody takes it. In the future, Beyond might be really nice, but Beyond is not listed on the Curate device this time around. Unfortunately, this would have been a great league to have Beyond on there. I don't know why they didn't do that. Why didn't they put Beyond back on the Curate card? If they're going to buff Beyond this much and do this kind of stuff, man. Oh yeah, they're adding more Beyond nodes too. Yep. All right, let's keep on. This is some good stuff. These last couple of ones very interesting, especially for a juicer. New Keystone has a meticulous appraiser, which grants modifiers to oh yeah, I remember reading this. Modifiers to quantity of items found in your maps. Instead, apply to rarity of items found in your maps at 300% of their value. Well, I think this has potential, but a lot of this depends on whether or not actually the strong. See, here's the thing I never did figure out with my strongbox and rage testing. I was able to conclude that Delirium did not buff strongbox enraged Sexton. There was no kind of synergy there. But I wasn't really able to fully conclude whether or not map quantity was additive or multiplicative with. Sorry, area quantity was multiplicative or additive with enraged strongbox. If it is indeed additive, This could be crazy strong for farming unique items, especially out of Enraged Strongbox monsters, while still retaining a lot of high value for divination cards. I'll be very curious to test this maybe with Enraged Strongbox. Or just in general, you know, just in general. I mean, it could be very interesting. Yeah. Added a new Atlas Keystone passive, skill 7th Gate. All possible league map crafting options are available while 6 gateways are allocated. Okay, gateways are in the Atlas passive tree. Nobody ever generally takes them. So you can go out of your way to take them to get what exactly? All possible league map crafting options are available. So you unlock the ones that are normally not available. Okay. I thought for a second there it meant that you could actually select all of them at once. That's good. You know, this is very nice. This actually, to a certain extent, nullifies the power of the, you know, whatever map mods or Keurig mods are selected. This is really cool. People have always been asking, why can't we just have all of them unlocked? Why do we have to have only a specific selection? Monster strong, but no, I don't think so. Not the specialized one. So this is an answer to that. A very creative answer to that, I think. Okay, I like it. I like it. Very cool. So yeah, you can get ambush back on the map, I guess. I don't know if it's 3 or 4 strong boxes, but I guess it depends. Here's the problem, though, that I think I'm willing to bet, and I'm kind of afraid of this, that the bonus ones that don't appear in the Keurig crafting bench now are going to be set at their minimum value. In other words, 1 abyss, 2 strong boxes. Okay, like the lowest common denominator, the lowest number that you ever see, because they'll be like randomized, like 1 to 4, depending on what it is. So yeah, but for things like Beyond, you know, that would be very nice. Let's move on. Holding Alt on a currency item or stackable fragment would now show the count of currency fragment within the same inventory, including trade windows. Okay, just quality of life thing. Okay, continued to incrementally improve the sound, art, effects, and environment. Hey, thanks, Vincent. Okay, that must be Vincent, who I met at the dinner. Improving the game engine. There you go. Okay, so we got through that. That was a lot of big stuff there. Forbidden Sanctum changes. Yeah, really not that interesting. I guess you guys might be very interested in this. This is a whole bunch of stuff for Sanctum. Oh, it even got a little bit of Ruthless love in there. I'll read about that later. I'm not really going to be running Sanctum. For somebody who's meticulously enthusiastic about Sanctum, they're going to want to read that and check in on that. Ooh, here we go. Map selection is big. The following maps have been added back to the Atlas Academy. Okay, do anything on here? Bog, I kind of liked. Bog is a potential map that would be very nice with the alternating Exarch farming zero investment strategy, if it's possibly connected to another good one. Other good maps here. What else do we got? Do we got anything really good here? Mausoleum is back. Mesa had notoriously poor mob count, though. Mud Geyser, I think, kind of a similar place. Mud Geyser could be really good, though. Maybe, certainly for very, very fast mapping. I mean, if it's zero investment, who cares, really, you know? Yeah, Spider Force is terrible. Okay, thanks. Great. Oh, boy, we got the doctor card back in. Okay, what about this? Oh, the following maps have been removed. Canyon? I didn't even know Canyon was in there last time. Core! No! My Blight! Okay, I can't make a Blight video next league. Crimson Township. Wow, with the introduction of the new Delirium Keystone, this would have been, possibly, a very good map to run. Defiled Cathedral. Goodbye, Defiled Cathedral. Never really liked you anyway. Well, again, with the new Delirium Mirror Keystone, Defiled Cathedral would have been a top pick. I see Forbidden Sale. Grotto. Jungle Valley. Oh, that hurts. All right. We got Mausoleum. Ramparts, Relic Chamber. Toxic Sewer. Ooh, both of them. And Wasteful. Wait, what map do you even run if you're doing Blight? What is the best Blight map? Because it was like, basically it was Core, followed by Toxic Sewer, followed by Wasteful. I don't even know. One of those three. That Crimson. Oh man, I've been saying this for a long time. There is some developer there who has the last say on what maps make it through. And I swear to God, that developer, his favorite map is Crimson Temple. He will not let it get removed. It has not been removed since the introduction of the Apothecary card. That was back in Sentinel League. So that's what, 5 leagues straight or something? 4 or 5, I guess. We have yet to see Crimson Temple get removed, so it is the Crimson Prison once again. What about Dunes? I think Dunes is still on here. Yeah, Dunes is usually there. No, I've seen Dunes gone. There was definitely a league sometime since I've been playing where Dunes was out. I know that for a fact. Well, there you go. We got our map thing. So with my zero investment strategy, something like Bog, Mausoleum, that would be amazing if those two are set together. Yeah, other thing. Or even like Crimson Temple and Mausoleum, that would be super nice. Those two were together, actually, a couple of leagues ago. Here we go. Map tiers and locations have been shuffled. Most maps are now initially found at a different tier. Yep, okay, as always. Some maps required. Okay, Pantheon changes. Yep. Crafting recipes. Changed. Okay. Divination cards. New homes. Okay, anything in here important? Nope. Okay, that was it. Those are the only 2 cards. Okay. Haunted. A haunted mansion might be good as a flip-flop map. Yeah, okay. Unique maps are no longer offered mission with a... Oh. Now, I sometimes relied on getting some of my unique maps done with just the Explorer Scouting Report. Okay, oh my god, that means the singular Scouting Report's going to be a lot more expensive this league. A lot more, actually, at league start. Hell, I bet you can make a lot of currency flipping that on day 1. The Sextant final map boss to drop additional to drop upon completing your map. Okay, for what? Like if there's like a double spawn of the map boss or something? I don't really see what the big difference is there. When adding the new Lucid Keystone to the side areas, modifiers. We also took time to review Val side areas, modifiers. Oh yeah, I think they are actually maybe buffing this too, the Val side area. I saw on the display, people didn't catch this, but they were able to like Chaos Orb the Val side area until it said it spawned an ultimatum part on it, like guaranteed an ultimatum part drop. So that's kind of interesting. All modifiers except one. Pack monster. This has been moved to be an implicit instead. Okay, not sure. Uh-oh, I see the word quantity in here. Item quantity. Modifiers with upsides no longer have increased item quantity or item corruption chance. Unless that's the only thing they do. What does that mean? Not talking about like rolling maps, are they? I'm not sure what this refers to. It's to prevent the drop of Conqueror maps with the use of the Sextant plus new Keystone that makes Maven spawn 3 more bosses. Oh, okay. What about like 8 mod map Sextant? Modifiers with downsides no longer have variable item corruption. Modifiers with downsides. Okay. Oh, Val Temple mod pool. Okay, yeah. I don't know. This is like above my head. I'm not really sure what this... Val side areas can no longer roll regular map modifiers. Okay. Modifiers that add extra monsters are now suffixes. So in the map modifier pool, okay, I guess. Explicit item corruption chance modifier has been made. Is this just all about like Val side area stuff? Map bosses in corrupted maps no longer have the corrupted tag and no longer drop additional Val items. That include Val orbs. In Ruthless, anyway, they drop a lot of Val orbs, but okay. The Val Temple map can no longer be obtained outside of Corruption. Okay, corrupting the map, false or divination cards. I don't really know what change that entails, but okay. Obtain for minor is creative out. Okay. Not very important to me anyway. I guess, this is basically just all Val's side area stuff. Val Temple stuff, so. Okay, not that big of a deal. Atlas passive tree changes. Shaping the Seas and Shaping the Valley. That's the one with Fortune Favors the Brave for the extra pack size. Have been removed from the Atlas tree. And the new Bold Undertakes Overload token has been taken their position. Why would they do that? I just got excited for that now. And it says they're removed. I think it was Shaping the Valley. Maybe it's not Shaping the Valley. Maybe it's just Shaping the other one. Anyway. Shaping the... I forgot what it is. Might not be Shaping the Valley. There are now 6 Atlas passive skills in this cluster, previously 5. Let's put back in on the small nodes. Oh, okay. Okay, I just got to read forward. All right. Well, got me a little nervous there. Overloaded circuits Keystone takes position. There are now 6 Atlas passive skills in this cluster, previously 5, which each provide. Maps found have 5% chance to be 1 tier or higher. Okay, these are very, very good. Wait, are you saying my Wandering Path Atlas completion strat getting better? What? What? Well, they might be notables instead of small nodes. Added a new maps cluster, Shaping the World. Okay, partially compensates for the loss of Shaping the Valleys. Okay. Final map boss in each area is 5%. Just drop connected map. That's 10%. Well, small nodes that you provide. Oh, maps found have 5% chance to be higher. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like the increased pack size for Fortune Favors the Brave Shaping of the Valleys. It's gone? Just straight up gone? Dude, I'm sad. That is sad. So I was just talking about how there was a nice synergy up above, but okay. New Beyond Cluster. All right, this is going to be important. This is what I'm at right now. 3 notables in this cluster. Swarming Hive. Beyond demons in your maps have 200% increased chance to be followers of Katash. 30% more divination cards found from Beyond demons in your maps that are followers of Katash. Yeah, I saw somebody else was talking about this. I've been under the impression that no Beyond monsters can drop map-specific divination cards. They only drop Beyond-specific divination cards, but that's not necessarily true. There are certain specialized Beyond monsters that can actually drop regular, kind of have a global drop pool, but they're kind of rare. So this doesn't really strike me as necessarily suddenly making Beyond a lot better for juicing or whatever, but I don't know. It'll need to be tested, I guess. Beyond demons in your maps have a 100. Oh wait, so that's only for this type. There's actually like 4 different types, though. I think. Followers of that. 100% clicks. Follow Gore. 30% more unique items found from Beyond demons in your maps have followers of Gore. Now, unique items do tend to drop quite a bit from Beyond monsters. So I mean, I could see this actually having some play. Because I like putting Beyond on the map when I use a Reliquary Scarab. I actually like it. It could also slightly buff the already nerfed God Touch Loot conversions, maybe. The 4 small Atlas passive skills, 5% increased quantity of items dropped by Beyond demons. This is presumably global. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, some interesting things maybe to look at there. A new Torment Cluster. Paranormal. I can't believe I'm actually excited to read a Torment Cluster. Paranormal meaning grants your maps are haunted by an additional Torment Spirit. Nice. That's big with the new Keystone. While the 3 small Atlas passive skills grant Torment Spirits have a 25% increased duration. But do they have a 25% increase haunted duration? Probably not. Added a new Val side area cluster. Okay, not all that interesting. I'm going to graze through this real quick. Nope. Okay, it looks like garbage to me. Adjacent map drop chance. Oh, I care about this a lot for the Atlas passive, or the Atlas completion strategy I'm doing, as well as self-sustaining zero investment wandering path strat. Another adjacent map drop chance small Atlas passive skill has been added around hunted season archaeology to make up for the new all hands keystone. Okay. I remember I could get, with Wandering Path, I could get up to 140% chance for an adjacent map to drop in your map, and I don't think it was really confirmed whether or not going above 100% meant anything, but I'm under the impression it actually does. Like, it gave you like a 100% chance to drop additional map and a 40% chance to drop another additional adjacent map. I'm under the impression that's kind of how it works. Because my map sustain was surprisingly amazing with zero investment, abusing the adjacent map drop small chance with Wandering Path. Taking all of those nodes. Worked out well for me. It worked out so well, I didn't even mind potentially wasting Atlas Path. But it would be nice to know, for sure. The sturdy construction, no blight towers. Okay, that's a blight stuff. Blight towers. All right, this is just double dipping, I guess, on tower defense stuff. The delirium difficulty and persistence small. To provide delirium in your maps increase 5% faster. This way has been removed. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Just because you gave the keystone doesn't mean you have to remove. Oh no! Wow, they're raising the skill cap on the real delirium mirror farming. Ooh, man, doing that full cemetery delirium mirror is gonna be really tough with that. Oh my god. Those are the small nodes, too. Wow, Wandering Path, Delirium Mirror on a bad layout. It's gonna, without the keystone, it's gonna be crazy. Okay, Seance and Unrelented. Torment notable Atlas passive skills have swapped locations. Okay, doesn't matter. This one moved to make so. Oh, I thought it said removed. Not removed, just moved. Okay. Good. All right. Overall, kind of interesting change. Especially with the addition of all the new keystones, this is some pretty sizable changes to the Atlas. This is akin to the once a year major Atlas change up to the Atlas tree. I think it's kind of big. 5-way time. Okay, so 5-ways got their ass handed to them, I hear. So let me see here. Let me see what this is. I have not actually read this. The domain of timeless conflict now has a minimum area level of 80. So that means you can't start farming XP and for like 10 additional levels or something? Or I don't know exactly how that works. Or what the area level was before. Specific timeless emblems, unrelenting timeless emblems no longer provide additional area levels. Okay, so they're nerfing the... So this is a nerf to the area level. Alright. Okay. I'm starting to see the picture here already. Additional area levels are now added based on the number of emblems used for... Emblems increases the area level by 1? Wow, a whole 1? 5 emblems by 2. Each. So the timeless... So, wait, just dropped it. Oh, okay, dropped it down by 2. So it only dropped the... It only dropped it by 2? So, I mean, still using 5 ways to get to level 95 ASAP is still going to work, I guess. Just that last couple levels is going to be crazy. I don't know, man. That doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. 5 ways is already like 3 times faster than it was when I started back in like Expedition League, so. Anyway. The 20% increased experience gain for each timeless emblem has been removed. Okay, so that is actually a real nerf there. Each unrelenting timeless emblem now at 10% increase. This is now... Oh, unrelenting. Unrelenting. Alright, that is actually big. Yeah, that's kind of big. Alright, so this is... Yeah, this is going to basically double the amount of time it takes to level, and then even more at the very top end. Somebody in the chat said up to 75%. less XP per hour. Now stated on the tooltip, each timeless emblem and unrelenting emblem. I didn't realize this line was coming into play here. So that is actually, this is actually the real big cut in the XP. 50% monster now. Oh, so they're harder now. Okay, that's not going to mean anything to any of the high-end players, but okay. All right, so that is the Legion 5-way changes. Massive nerfs to 5-ways. People keep saying maybe Chayula spam is going to be good. Possibly running Chayula and Breach might end up being like the sleeper pick for big currency gains. Running Chayula focus Breach mapping. Juicing, possibly. Which I did last league, actually. So check that video out. In the meantime, all right, Delirium. The number of monster kills required to gain Delirium rewards has been increased in order to be more consistent with the other maps. Oh, so it's harder to... So these maps got nerfed, I guess, indirectly. So Crimson Township's the only one that I even care about remotely there. Okay, pretty meaningless. I guess these maps, mathematically speaking, were busted in the way of Delirium rewards. Wait, did they include... What was that one map everybody was running? It's not even included on the list. Was it removed? What map was that? It was the map that everybody was running 2 leagues ago in last league when they were doing... no, not Tropical Island. It was doing like 80%, 100% Delhi just for the rewards. I forget which map. Oh, Strand, yeah. So is Strand removed? Why is Strand not included on this list? It's already a well-known top-tier Delirium rewards map. Okay, everybody, just get your Strand on, I guess. It's absolutely meaningless. Strand is already the meta. All right, moving on. Strand Prison. So we still got the Crimson Temple Prison. We got the Crimson Temple Prison for divination card farming. We got the Strand Prison for Delirium rewards farming. That's about it. But Strand was faster. Alright. Tormented Spirits now have 20% more life per level from... Ooh. This is big for that Keystone if they're considered unfriendly. Yeah, Cemetery's still in. Cemetery is going to be the big... if you want to farm Divination card at the start of the league, you farm Cemetery. For sure. Hopefully. They might have nerfed the drop. They probably... See, I think their backs against the wall in terms of like nerfing the Brother's Gift drop rate. They can't do it because then it would upset the drop rates of all things Exalted Orbs and Delirium and Divine Orb ratios and stuff. So I think they literally can't touch the drop rate of that card unless they nerf the drops of everything across the board. That has to do with Divine Orbs and who says they didn't? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not sure if Tormented Spirits will be friendly or unfriendly with the new Keystone, but even if they're unfriendly, they now have almost 600% more life on a Tier 16 map. That's going to be very helpful for, catching the spirit. They now have a tapering less damage taken buff, which activates upon entering range. Eventually scales down to no damage reduction after 15 seconds. Oh, okay. That's good. Good. For every enemy a Tormented Spirit, increase the damage the spirit takes by 5%. Okay. Oh, their AI has also changed considerably. Spirits more aggressively touch monsters that aren't already touched and more aggressively possess rare unique monsters. And players, if the Keystone selected, why couldn't they write that in? I wanted to aggressively possess the player. Yeah. Stats that add Tormented Spirits to an area are now all consistently described as haunted by. Okay, that's semantic, I guess. Ascendancy balance changes. Guardian, don't care. Chieftain, don't care. Ascendant, okay, I'll read this one. Guardian and Chieftain for the Ascendant, don't care. Occultist, probably not, no. I've still never played Occultist, but I am mildly interested in an Occultist. Playing it someday, maybe. Passive skill tree balance. This could be big. Added a new fire damage with attack skills cluster. Southwest Marauder. Damn. Okay, I'm in the middle of doing theory crafting exploding concoction on the Pathfinder's bottom right hand side of the tree, so it's too far out of the way. I wonder what it says though. Nearby enemies are covered in ash if you haven't moved in the last 2 seconds. Who doesn't move in the last 2 seconds? I mean, is there anyone who doesn't move in a full 2 seconds? Come on now. Concussive force, which provides hits it to yeah, okay, not important. Added a new ignite and bleeding duration cluster. Southwest. Bleeding enemies cannot inflict. Okay, that's kind of a defensive one. Added a new fire damage and attacks cluster to the southwest again of the dueler's starting location. Now I can potentially reach this, possibly. 10% fire damage over time multiplier with attack skills, recover 2% life when you ignite it on champion of the cause. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, still probably not going to mess with that. Every 10 seconds, gain 30% fizz is extra fire for 4 seconds. Interesting. I don't know where that is. Okay, I guess fire is getting a love. This is buff to AFK builds. Yeah, to channeling builds maybe. The dirty techniques notable passive skill no longer provides 10% damage over time multiplier for ailments. You know, on a side point, they should, like, it would be funny if they, like, massively buffed. You know, if GGG really wanted to buff the lower end player base, they should, like, dramatically buff mechanics that allow you to that happen when you stand still for, like, 1 second or 2 seconds. Because those are the only kinds of players who are standing still for 1 or 2 seconds. They should just give you like 1,000% damage multiplier if you stand still for 1 second. That would not even affect me, but it would affect a lot of players like who need buffs like that. They should approach it that way. If they really wanted to crap on the Zoomers, they would just give like absurd damage multipliers to anyone who ever stands still in the game. There you go. There's your secret. 1,000% defense while hovering over loot text. 1,000% defense while you have alt pressed. Imagine that. Go through the map holding alt. No. Whoa. Okay. Or, you know, how about this? Your area of effect of all skills is increased by 10% exponentially for every second you stand still. I'm talking. Dude, these are great ideas. All right, and 2 small and 15% increased damage. Oh, wait a minute. Dirty techniques. I don't think I get that one. I mean, to deal damage. That might be the one that's straight south, actually. It now causes damage ailments deal damage 15% faster. To 10. 2 small faster. This might be a buff to the, if this is the one I think it is, up near the witch, between the witch and the trickster or whatever. This might have actually just straight up buffed my passion project theory crafting ignite witch with explosive concoction. Oh no. I'm gonna need a glass of water for this one. The Vengeant Cascade, anointed notable passive skill, no longer provides 15% increased projectile speed. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Attack projectiles return to you, or returning projectiles pierce all targets. Instead, it now provides fuck all. That's the answer. Returning projectiles have 150% increased speed. So it doesn't even give you returning the projectiles return. I was about to say maybe, you know, maybe, just maybe that like Vengeant Cascade is magically good for tornado shot. Wouldn't that be an odd twist if suddenly they made it good for like only tornado shot? Tornado shot scales tremendously off increased projectile speed. I would have rather this just said projectiles have 150% increased projectile speed. Like, that's it. Just that's it. Come on, man. That is so lousy. What? That's like even worse than it was before it was buffed. I don't know. Wow. All right. Anyway, let's move on. I shed one small tear for Vengeant Cascade. It got its moment in the limelight for 1 league. That's so weird. They don't usually like buff something like that or change it that dramatically and then suddenly just like change it even more dramatically backwards in 1 league or in sequence. 2 consecutive leagues. Buffed, then nerfed to the ground. Quality of the anomalous faster projectile sport now grants projectiles from sports go to. Oh, wow. Wait, really? This thing gave 60% chance for projectiles to return to you? This existed before? Dude, I didn't know that. Is that like really good? Wow. It seemed kind of busted. And now it's garbage. The timeless jewel exclusive strength of blood at Keystone no longer provides 1% less damage taken for every 2% recovery per second from leech. Wow, that's a lot of conditionals there. Instead, it now provides 2% additional physical. Oh, so basically it was buffed slightly. Added a new charge mastery. Nearby enemies cannot gain power, frenzy, or endurance charges. That's good. I mean, that's nice. Oh, it got nuked? Really? I mean, I don't know. I guess my math is wrong on that. Sorry. Totems taunt enemies around them for 1 second when summoned. That's to replace 1% physical attack damage dealt to totem leech life. Okay, I don't know. Skill balance, temporal chains. Skill him now has other effects of cursed enemies expire 25% slower at all gem. Previously 40%. Yeah, I heard about this. This is, I think, the only nerf to Poison's Concoction. And on paper, it's a significant nerf, but in terms of actual practicality, especially in mapping, it's not really nerfed. Not in any kind of major way. But temporal chains was actually like a 40% damage multiplier, effectively, for this reason. It's still a 25% damage multiplier on paper. So, okay, fine. I don't know. I always felt like temporal chains was overpowered for poison anyway. Val summons skeletons now. Summons 1 skeleton. Oh, this is minions. I don't care. All right. The Whirling Blade. No. Ruthless support now causes. Wow. I wonder what would happen if I go in here and search how many times the word ruthless is stated in this patch notes. Does anyone want to find out? I bet it's over 100 times. Ruthless. Maybe 202. 202? Somebody already did that? What? What? Do I think my Poison Tornado Shot Pathfinder would still be good this league? As far as I can tell, yeah. I don't really see hardly any nerfs to it. Oh, Bend is 202? Wow. That's pretty funny. It even added. It's time to. Okay, that's melee. Combustion support. I remember looking at this gem, theory crafting. Might see some light of day. I don't know. Oh, nice. Split between intelligence strength. Okay. I don't even know what Unseen Strike is. Added the orb tag to Cremation skill gem. Okay. Alberon's Warpath unique boots, the only unique to have changed. Why couldn't they have, like, changed some of the tier 0 uniques to tier 1? That would have been nice. Changes fixed. Okay, it's a minion boots. Item balance. A Delve exclusive shield prefix modifier, which I would never see. 3% max can no longer roll. So all of the max res suffering there. Max res stackers. Veiled modifier. Grant duration of elements you inflict while focus modifier now has values of 36. Increased duration of ailments you inflict. Oh, okay. I see. I have been secretly wondering if there's any way I can make a build around focus. Is there any way to do it? I just can't find it. I feel like they need to buff focus like 4 times over for it to even become remotely viable. Or they just need to increase the uptime of it. Give us at least 50% uptime on it. Without some absolute outrageous, CDR. Without some outrageous gear requirement, pigeonholing your gear like that. Flask modifiers to grant percentage life recovery to minions. Oh, minions! Again! They really do change a lot of things about minions this league. The Crucible passive skill that caused totems to explode on death. I heard about this. Dealing a percentage of their life, so that's a recent Crucible mod with all those people taking their Crucible shields into standard, has had the values divided by 20. 95% nerf. This change affects existing items. Get wrecked. Oh my god. I feel like they wouldn't do something like this unless they were actually mad about somebody breaking the game in an unintended way. Some developer must have been literally upset that this was a discovery last league. Why? Why do that? What in the world? Okay. Yeah, they needed to use those nukes somewhere. They definitely nuked it. Good God. Ruthless specific changes. Is this still ruthless? Still ruthless. Other ruthless changes. Wait, is this not ruthless? How far do I have to get not this is not ruthless. Okay, monster. They needed to put a reader's text warning in here that says you are no longer looking at ruthless changes in bright, colorful rainbow letters or something. Monster balance. Stun immunity has been removed from many bosses in Path of Exile. I didn't even know there were stun immune. So that's a buff to melee, right? Some bosses now have specific skills that cannot be stunned or cannot be interrupted. Kitava is still unable to be stunned. Oh, rats. Kitava, Slayer of Melee. Ooh. Shaper Guardians. Conquerors now drop far fewer influenced items on death. Are we sure we're no longer in the Ruthless section? This looks like a change to Ruthless. Slightly increased the outcome odds for tainted currency from beyond bosses. Okay, to offset the change with the Keystone, maybe. Increase the outcome odds, so higher quality. I would actually like to see that. I actually like the idea of them dramatically buffing the loot from beyond bosses, since there's now a Keystone where people aren't going to be using or killing beyond bosses as much. As hard as beyond bosses are, and as annoying beyond is, where it spawns a boss, they need to dramatically buff the loot that drops from beyond bosses. I'm talking like, tainted divine teardrops like 50% of the time or something. Maybe not that, but slightly reduce the outcome for that of other beyond monsters. You assholes. Couldn't buff something and not nerf something else. Tainted currency nerfed across the board. Okay. Monsters that are unable to be damaged, targeted, no longer regenerate life or energy shield. Be damaged, targeted. Okay, that's nice. Is this like some kind of buggy thing or something? Is this like them saying if there is a bug in the game, it won't be exacerbated by regen or something? Kitava skeleton thing. Oh, Maven. Okay. The temporal change skills used by monsters now also. Oh, okay. So we nerfed monsters as well as players. That's nice. The temporal chains. Good. Keurig League mods available. Oh, we got the numbers. Okay, Essence, 2 Chaos gets 2 Essences. That's big. Wow. Domination, 3 Chaos is 3 Shrines. Okay, last time it was 4 Shrines. 3 Shrines still nice. Breach, 4 Orbs, 2 Breaches. That's better than 2 Orbs, 1 Breach for sure. Harbinger, 6 orbs, 3 additional Harbingers. That is some serious power, my friends. That's big. 3 Harbingers. Yeah, get wrecked, Wandering Path. I think Wandering Path might have met its match with this right here. Legion costs 6 orbs. Area contains 1 additional Legion. Yep, of course. Delirium area contains it contains ritual altars. Okay, good. So I found out through some feedback that nobody's going to take this. Literally nobody's going to take this. Last time it was 3 Harbingers. They did a major change to Harbinger, and they buffed Harbinger, and it was 3. So it was 3 last time. It's 3 again. But 3 is definitely a big number. Because I'm pretty sure, depending on what I don't know how their algorithm randomizes things, but usually it would be 1, 2, or 3 additional Harbingers. So it's the high end of that. Some shrines would be 2, 3, or 4 additional shrines. Quest rewards. There's nothing in here that's important, right? Returning projectile support is now offered to the Ranger, Shadow, and Scion for internal. It can be partial. Okay. I heard about sadism. I didn't read sadism. Wait, did I miss sadism earlier? I must have missed sadism earlier. I thought I was going to try to read that one. I must have missed it. I didn't miss it? Oh, okay. No, some people are excited about sadism for damage over time. Item filter changes. Skill gems. Sport gems. Oh, okay. So this is probably going to make Filter Blade have to spend an extra 6 hours right to the last second of the league launch to have to fix this because they did this. Great job, guys. It's the Ignite Bleed one. Oh, okay. Okay, it's Ignite Bleed one. Bug fixes. I don't know. I'm not aware of any. I'm not aware of any bugs in Path of Exile. Are you guys? What could this even be about? I mean, truth be told, I'm not aware of any bugs that are specifically affecting my character in a specific way that I can identify specifically. So, in my mind, there are no bugs in Path of Exile. This entire list is irrelevant. The reservation one? Is there a reservation in here somewhere? One with malevolence? Herald double damage bonus. Mm-hmm. Okay. Logan! What, really? Did this guy just say that? All right. That sums it up, guys. That's my outlook on the patch notes. All right, so final thoughts. Keystones are the major love that is given to mapping this league. All of the new different keystones, a lot of things we have to check. As far as specifically today, big things that I'm kind of looking forward to is summed up by, I would say, the potential for Wandering Path. The ones that are going to be overshadowed by non-Wandering Path juicing methods, especially with Harbinger. The possibility of spawning 2 separate Kirit crafting mods in one with that Keystone seems interesting to me. The changes to Beyond overall seem to be pretty positive. I like the fact that Beyond was given some love. Nobody's talking about Beyond anymore because they just wrote it off, so it's nice that they might potentially give Beyond some love. Vengeant Cascade getting gutted is really unfortunate, but I guess it's kind of fair in terms of power. My last build with Lightning Arrow made enormous usage of Vengeant Cascade with 3 separate links, being 2 6 links and 1 4 link being devoted to projectiles that were receiving the full benefit of Vengeant Cascade, and now I may have to link that up 3 separate times to get the same amount of power, but then again, it won't even be that much power. But at least I'll free up an anoint slot for what that's worth. I don't know. I don't think it's going to come close to making up for it. Yeah. We knew Vengeant Cascade nerf was coming. Only because the support gem came, but I wouldn't have assumed it was coming otherwise. On a side point, Mana Forge Arrow survives. I was a lot more concerned with them doing something to nerf Mana Forge arrows than anything else. Now, part of what made Mana Forge arrows so good is Vengeant Cascade, but you know, I guess as far as 6-links are concerned, probably what I'll do is I'll figure out a way to get like 2 6-links, one with Mana Forge, and they'll both have the returning projectiles thing. That might be kind of the play as far as like in-game builds, if I'm talking Lightning Arrow, whatever. Apparently a lot of streamers are league starting and testing out Lightning Arrow, still extremely strong without Vengeant Cascade, so that's not that big of a surprise there. I'm going to be league starting Concoction of some kind, either Poisonous or Explosive, possibly. Leaning towards Poisonous Concoction. It looks like my league starter was not nerfed in any way except Temporal Chains. Received a moderate nerf to the damage in conjunction with Temporal Chains. Not that big of a deal. In terms of practical gameplay sense, it'll hurt a little bit for the bossing side of things. I don't really do any bossing regardless. Yeah, that's about it. That's my take. Probably forgot a few things, but oh yeah, still excited to try the Torment Keystone, and a few things to test with Beyond and Divination cards, and I think there's a couple of quant multipliers involved. I guess they didn't obliterate Enraged Strongbox. I think some people might have been concerned they were going to remove Enraged Strongbox, and we did not see an ambush-related Keystone either, probably because it's not a major league mechanic. It's like a minor league mechanic. Yeah. Beyond being able to turn off the unique boss is huge. Yeah. Well, tell me what you guys think about the patch notes, especially if you are a fellow juicer like me. Do you think the Wandering Path bubblegum currency farming strat will still be good without Jungle Path? Oh yeah, certainly. We got Mausoleum, and then there might be 2 other really good, easy boss rushable maps together anyway, somewhere in the middle of the map. It's gonna be fine. And I don't know if the Atlas got buffed or nerfed for Wandering Path across the board in terms of map sustain and stuff, but we'll have to see when we see the Atlas coming soon. That's it. I'll catch you guys next time.